Tonight I wanna see the bright lights over me. Show me something magical, something beautiful. Come and take me higher, set my world on fire tonight, tonight. Show me everything I want to know. You take me right around the world. Now I'm feeling tonight, got me feeling so right.
This week on Top Billing, rugby stars serenade Springbok rocketman Lwazi Mvovo as he weds his sweetheart Stephanie Olyn. We join model Mala Bryan on a photo shoot for her stunning new range of dolls, one of which you could win. SA's top stylists, cutting-edge chefs, designers and celebs toast a new shopping experience. We spend Mother's Day with Kelly Khumalo and the two brightest lights in her life, Christian and Thingo. Meet James Dygan, the man whose clean, lean way to eat yourself healthy has celebs looking good. And your presenter tonight, Nico Bonaggio, brings you the show from this John Jacob masterpiece of a penthouse.
Good evening, it's Top Billing Night. Welcome to the show. The best of the good life could mean family, travel, success, love, or just making a difference. And Springbok Lwazi Mvovo and his beloved Stephanie Olyn feel they have it all in each other. Getting married was just a question of when and where.
This working farm in the Nottingham Road area of the KZN Midlands doubles as a contemporary wedding venue. The majestic setting caught the eye of the Springbok flyer and his business student fiancé, and in no time the big day had arrived.
How are you feeling? How does this gauge to a rugby game?
I've been nervous before rugby games, but this is there on top. But I think I got my friends and the grooms and everything with me, so it's pretty much relaxing, and I'm excited.
Let me ask you, is your friend nervous?
Nah, he has had a few of the chills, you know. Yeah, but it's a big day for him. Very happy for him. He's basically opening up the floodgates for all of us. Right. You know, so we wish him well on this special occasion for him and Steph. He's found himself a beautiful wife.
Steph is a very special lady to me. I met her 8 years ago, and it's been love at first sight. And she's a great mother to my two little girls, and she's loving, she's caring, she's beautiful. She understands me. I think you really need someone that understands you, and you understand her.
Steph chose a modern meets vintage gown, sweetheart neckline and corset embossed with crystal and pearl.
That is such a beautiful dress. Why did you pick this particular one?
Originally, I just wanted like a plain dress because everyone already thinks I'm dramatic, but it didn't work out. So then this was like my third dress I fit, and I really fell in love with it.
What makes Lwazi the man of your dreams?
He gets me. Like, we totally opposite. Like, he's quiet and I'm not quiet, and it calms me down because I need a lot of calming down. So like, we're perfect. Like, we totally opposites. So that's the thing that like kept us together.
From the day that I met Steph, all she told me was Lwazi, Lwazi, Lwazi. So yeah, we've been waiting for this day for a while, and I'm so happy for her.
Don't cry. Oh my gosh. Oh, give me a hug. That is so beautiful. Well, I think he might just cry seeing you.
The theme was 50s Hollywood glam with antique and crossback chairs, dark brown and lighter toned French tables. As for her flowers, they had to be white proteas. The bride's friend, KGOMOTSO NDUNGANE, was also her coordinator.
KGOMOTSO, this really does look absolutely spectacular, but the Midlands kind of lends itself to that rustic and very classical look and feel. Why this particular venue?
This particular venue has very rich interior finishes, which go very well with Lwazi and Steph's theme of the wedding. The antique finishes, like the use of these antique chairs, the branches with the dancing orchids, the chandeliers, all lended itself very well to the wedding, you know, just to give them that romantic feel.
The couple's 4-year-old daughter, Essie, was meant to be in on the proposal. One evening, Lwazi gave her the ring to present to her mom. But when it came to the big moment, Essie was in tears and wanted to keep the ring. The vows went more smoothly.
The ceremony was absolutely beautiful. What stood out for you?
I think probably when Steph walked in, and then obviously Steph's father handed over to Lwazi. It's pretty emotional. Watched a couple of guys cry. Not me, but it was pretty good.
What do you think makes them such a beautiful couple together?
I think, you know, they've been together for so long, and, you know, a lot of the younger couples, really look up to them. You know, Lwazi, you know, is a big role model for us, and we're very happy to be here and to share the special day with them.
Everybody talks about how Lwazi and Steph are so good for each other. What do you think makes their love so strong?
Well, I've been fortunate to know them for a couple of years now. I think firstly as a couple, they're very welcoming. I think if I'm ever stranded or anything, I know that I'm welcome. I think they've got pure hearts, and I think they're meant for each other. I think I'm so blessed to be here to share this spectacular day.
I actually got to know them very well now. Recently at the World Cup in England, I got to spend time with them, and you know how they complement each other, their personality. They're really awesome people, and they're always out there to help other couples. You know, I learn a lot from them, and my fiance also likes Steph. They get along pretty well.
Guests were loving the gentleman's whiskey lounge and ladies' high tea experience. And then there was the impromptu entertainment.
You know what I love about your names, guys? So we've got SCARRA and SCARRA. You guys could be part of some kind of rap group, you know? And somebody told me that's where I used to rap.
I'm just waiting for a record deal, you know. If one comes up, if one comes up, then I'd rap.
I think usually that's what the line.
I think so as well. Come on, brother.
With the ball in the hand, I get going taller. With the mic in my hand, I get going born.
Nice. Okay, guys. So since apparently it's a party, can I see at least a bit of shoulder work? Can I teach you that move? See?
No.
Come on now. It's gonna be a party, people.
Evenings spent bathing their children and enjoying lunch and dinner together are the couple's happiest quiet times. But as this entrance showed, they sure know how to party. As a match and as a family, they're everything that Lwazi's mom and stepfather could have wished for. And the bride's parents agree.
You've been married for a very long time. What encouraging words do you have for them as they step into this new season in their lives?
I believe that everybody has to live his life. They must live every day like it must be the best day of their life.
Lwazi has achieved so much as a person, as a rugby player in this country, but this must be your proudest moment of his.
The words will never be enough to explain how we feel about this day. We are so proud and so grateful to God Almighty.
He grew up in the church, obeying the parents, humble, and then that's why he's blessed.
While his bride overcooked the bouquet throw, her second attempt went straight to her friend Anka Malan. Out of the running for the garter were two very famous but married sharks.
I think, Steph and Lwazi have really had an amazing day today, and so happy for them. And, I've watched them grow over the years. For him to really step up to the plate, I'm really proud of the guy, and he's really done well. And, just excited for their future.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful to see how happy everyone is for Lwazi and Steph. Lwazi caught the garter at our wedding a few years ago, so we'd like to say that we've had a hand in Lwazi and Steph getting together. We're very proud of them, very happy for them, and I'm sure that tonight's going to be a kickstart to an amazing adventure together.
Rugby aside, other talents were in abundance amongst Lwazi's teammates like Lubabalo giant Mtyanda.
I believe he always sings in the change room.
Every time we're training, we're always hearing his voice, and I made sure today that everyone can experience.
He's the one instigating me to sing. He's saying that I'm being at the training. He's always like, come, let's sing, brother.
But now, after you heard him sing, you cannot blame me. The man has a beautiful voice, you know?
We've been together for a while now, growing stronger every day now. It feels so good and there is no doubt, yeah, and I'll stay with you.
Known for his pace and lightning-fast sidestep, the Groom was smooth and mellow on the dance floor.
Lwazi, you've achieved so much in your personal life and your rugby career. How does this compare?
I think it tops everything. To have the most beautiful wife, yeah. I must get used to that. You get opportunities in life to play the game, your life and everything. But only once you get to marry the love of your life and grow old with each other and just enjoy being with each other, being married, and just enjoy life.
Steph is starting a children's sleepwear range. Lwazi is a shoo-in for the Springboks, and the couple have plans to add to their family.
Looking very sharp there, Mr. Mvovo, but I prefer you in gold. And green. Green and gold. You know.
Coming up, designer to royalty and rock stars John Jacob shares some trade secrets as he turns an old office into this luxury penthouse.
I could tell you that the interior designer for tonight's top billing location is a double SA Style Awards winner, and that his work is featured in American Vogue and UK House and Garden. Or I could just say 2 words, John Jacob, to which anyone with an eye for design would reply, of course.
Our first view of John's project in this 19th century building was 2 years ago. Presented with a former set of offices, he envisaged a luxurious modern penthouse with a New York feel.
I know every artist likes a blank canvas, but this is a tricky one, isn't it?
This is actually one of our easier projects, and the reason being is because it's sort of a fantasy project in that it's a crash pad for clients coming and just hanging out for a weekend in the space in the middle of town, which is really cool.
And of course, there's lots of exterior noise. It's the hustle and bustle of the city.
What's actually really cool about it is we're in the heart of the city. We're on Bree Street. That also affects, what you want to do in terms of the space that you create. Because there's so much hustle and bustle around, what we are trying to do is actually make it quite zen inside. I actually want to show you the bedroom, so maybe we should go through there and have a look and see what... So this is the whole bedroom space that we're making here. It's a very large bedroom. It's actually quite exciting to have a bedroom that's got sort of this kind of space in terms of its volume.
What challenges have you experienced thus far, and what do you anticipate?
Well, it's a heritage building, and that's always a challenge. So the height of the windows for me was an issue because when you're sitting in the space, it could potentially feel claustrophobic because the window height is higher than seating height.
Well, you certainly have your work cut out for you, but from past experience, I know that it's going to be incredible in the end. I can't wait to see the final product.
To help clients imagine what he sees clearly in his head, John makes use of extensive 3D modeling. He showed them a virtual vision before implementing the plans on site, and now he's built it in reality.
Are we in the right place?
You so are. I'm so happy it's over.
Word! You've done an incredible job. I'm absolutely blown away.
Thank you.
It actually seems bigger now than when there was nothing in here. How did you do that?
It was an office, and it could have been conceived of as an apartment with 2 or 3 bedrooms and 2 or 3 bathrooms. But what we did instead was we created one massive open plan space, and within that space there's only 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, and the whole thing is open plan. So the feeling that you get is like a 6-star luxury penthouse hotel suite as opposed to a standard apartment.
I would imagine that came with quite a few challenges.
No space has a conventional use to it. So the kitchen is not just a kitchen. The kitchen is also the entrance hall, and the kitchen is also a dining room. And all the spaces connect with each other as opposed to being spaces in isolation, which actually creates quite a dynamic, interesting feel. So within this kitchen environment, what I wanted to do was I wanted the kitchen not to feel like a conventional kitchen. So how we did that was we integrated all the appliances that you didn't want to see and exposed the appliances that were exciting and nice to look at. So within the space, when you look at the fittings and fixtures that we use, you almost don't even notice them because they relate to everything else. So for example, in the kitchen, we've used black satin taps, and we've used black sanitary ware throughout the space, which is actually quite unusual. You don't really see that, but because it's so quiet and it's so subtle, it actually has quite a lot of power, and that's what I love about design.
You've used a very dynamic, very layered form of lighting all over the place, and I can't help but noticing this incredible installation. Where on earth did you get that?
It's got a sort of a 50s quality to it. I did it in chrome because I wanted it again to have a retro feel. I thought if I'd done it in gold, it would have had too much of a current, now trendy feel to it, which is something that I try and avoid in my design.
Accentuated by ingenious lighting design, subtle touches include walls left unplastered for texture.
There's a lot of natural light coming in. How did you go about managing and using that?
this particular apartment, the lighting is coming from the front, but the back is actually, there is no windows in the back of the space. So how do you manage that? You basically have to intensify the lighting at the back of the space to balance it out. So if you're here during the day and you switch the kitchen lights on, the effect of the kitchen lights, because of the color of the light, it's quite warm, and the way that it washes the walls creates quite a sunny feeling in the back of the apartment, as opposed to it being quite shadowed. And that's really important. I mean, we've done that throughout the space. Wherever it gets deeper, and there's less natural light, we've actually intensified the amount of lighting details in the space.
There are a lot of hidden treasures in the kitchen. Is any of that going on over here?
Well, of course, we have loads of hidden treasures in this space as well, because we wanted to conceal a lot of the elements. So in this space, by just taking a tablet, I can literally just push a button, and by pushing a button, the blinds go up. By pushing another button, I can simply make the TV lift up.
Having designed the confined interiors of corporate jets, John's a master of the reveal.
By pushing this button, I can just close the curtains, which is also quite amazing.
Curtains? Are you telling me you got curtains in there as well?
Yes. It's amazing that we are adults, but yet these toys can be so much fun, you have to admit.
Yeah, I feel like Alex in Wonderland.
So Nico in here, this is actually a really good example of how overscaling can create a sense of luxury in a room. So what we have is the overscaled headboard, which is the one element, and the overscaled library unit. Now, the thing about the overscaled headboard, because it runs wall to wall, what it does is it actually opens up the space. If we had gone and bought a bed that was a normal proportion and put it in here, it would have immediately made the room feel more ordinary and smaller. So what that does is it actually creates a sense of space for us. And then the overscaling of the lamps again also creates a sense of luxury and space. The thing that I actually found most interesting about furniture is that what people don't realize is that you're supposed to use furniture to direct people through spaces. The furniture is supposed to lead the person and supposed to make you feel calm, and that you're supposed to know where to go. So what this library unit is actually doing is it's scaling this window. So the window proportion is actually, as you can see, it's quite high. It's sitting at 1.2 meters. And without this library unit, you would actually be sitting inwards and not being able to see the view. So what this piece of furniture is doing is that it immediately creates and informs the person that they're supposed to be sitting in a chair and looking at the amazing mountain view.
And it already works so well. You know, when I look at the bathroom, I get the feeling that you merged the two areas.
We wanted to mix the functionality of the spaces. So how we've done that is we've basically created a bedroom and bathroom that is one space, and that the dressing area of the bedroom is in that bathroom area. So what it also does is it also creates interest, but most importantly, what we wanted to do was we didn't want to lose any of the sense of depth of the space.
I would imagine that you've used some hidden areas here. I bet those are cupboards, right?
Absolutely. So within the space, it's a dressing room effectively, and it's a bathroom. And you don't necessarily have to have cupboards looking like cupboards. So these effectively look like mirror details in the room, and they all open up, and behind is the storage. Most of the time, people overlook storage, and what that ends up meaning is that it actually becomes an untidy environment, because you haven't thought that through for the people having to use it.
I noticed you haven't spared any volume in that shower. It's huge.
Everything that we have done in every single room is tried to make the spaces feel luxurious. And in order for something to feel luxurious, it can't be a regular proportion. It needs to be overscaled. Every room within itself is an accentuated version of itself.
His reimagined game lodges, 17th century estates, and the evolution continues.
John, one thing I've learned about you is that you've got a very unique take on the definition of luxury.
When I started my career, I was more sort of focused on understanding aesthetics and how to put that together. But over time, what I've realized is the most important thing to create in a space is an environment where you don't have to think for yourself, where everything is worked out for you, and where everything is so seamless and easy in terms of the ergonomics of it, in terms of the placement of things, that you are not inconvenienced at any moment in time, and that for me is luxury.
Well, no surprise, you've done an incredible job here. I can't wait to see what you get up to next.
Thank you.
He's now busy creating cellars for olive oil tasting, restoring 2 historic homes, and we're looking forward to our next invitation.
When you feel like you've been somewhere before, but it looks like nothing you've ever seen, that's déjà vu, John Jacob style.
Up next, love your natural hair and freckles. So says this new range of dolls. And we discover the best reason in all of Africa to go shopping.
high-flying Caribbean model Mala Bryan continues to do extremely well in her field. But what sets her apart from the rest is that she's created a very unique range of children's dolls, which have become her all-consuming passion and a market sensation.
Born on the Caribbean island of St. Lucia, today Mala's career sees her following the modelling seasons, living between Miami and the mother city.
Been a model for 14 years. Yeah, I went shopping and they were having a casting, and the lady walked up and she's like, we'd like to go to Paris. And I'm like, how, why? And she's like, okay, go to a competition. So I went to the competition, was one of the winners. I won a 3-year modeling contract.
A photographer's dream, Mala's done runway work and top magazines. But one element of modelling troubled her.
When I started modeling, I had my natural hair, huge afro, and they cut it off. And I did not want to see myself for like at least 6 months. I couldn't stand my own look in the mirror. And when I had the relaxer in, everyone was fine with that. But I'm like, I had to chemically treat my hair to be straight, to be accepted. Last year, I just decided, you know what, no more. I'm just gonna be me.
The same self-determination characterizes her dolls. Mala's been collecting since childhood, but finding black dolls with natural hair proved elusive. So she decided to create her own and looked for a suitable manufacturer.
For me, it was very important to push my line of dolls because there are black dolls available, but what's been missing is black dolls with natural hair. And I think it's very, very important that we start with the children to appreciate their black skin, to appreciate their natural hair, their tight curls, just know that it's beautiful. And that's what I wanted to do with my dolls.
Like these models, Mala wanted her dolls to feature a more natural look. Rain Tauber, her makeup artist of 8 years, applauds her stand.
As any skin tone, to be represented in the toys that you play with is really important, and it gives you a sense of pride. We've seen quite a lot of a discussion around that in the fashion industry recently, and it's amazing to see somebody taking a stand in a way that's so subtle but so powerful against stereotypes and things that go along with it that we see.
Mala conceived packaging in the style of a suitcase with passport stamps and baggage tags. For this photo shoot, she created a series of corresponding outfits for little girls and their dolls to match.
So this is my Mala doll. She's got this beauty mark that I do as well. She's the fashion designer of Malaville. She's actually in love with prints, African prints, batik prints. This is Maisha. Her name means life in Kiswahili, and she's a fashion stylist, so she's wearing cool harem pants. She's also a jewelry designer, which I also design jewelry, so that's like the little part of me that I gave to her. This is Malina. Malina is the model of Malaville, and she's got fabulous curly hair, and she comes red carpet ready. This is Mina. Mina means enjoyable and delightful in Kiswahili. And she's the interior designer for Malaville. And I kind of did that because I'm planning on having doll houses and accessories. So I kind of just gave her that job to do. She's also the party planner. So if we have parties in Malaville, everybody goes to Mina.
Chris Rousseau was the energetic photographer, and the girls' mums loved being involved.
When Mala invited us not to be the part and parcel of this shoot, I was over the moon because that was my first time to see the black dolls. Since I was brought up, I was always seeing the white dolls. So when we went in for fitting Maya's clothes, the first thing I was tempted on, when I saw them, Maya loved them immediately. We buy one doll immediately.
For me, it's it's just so important to have little girls be dressed like their dolls. I think it's great. It kind of ties in with what I want with the skin tones and the hair texture to relate to the girls. It's nice to have the clothing blend in as well.
I think we're at a point where we as Africans feel that we should be claiming our own identity and being in control of how the world views us. For a long time, it was kind of Africa as inspiration, in fashion, in art, in music, in lots of places. And now, I think for the first time, we've kind of taken a step back and exhaled and kind of looked internally to see what that really means, what it means to be an African in the world today. And that's coming through in a lot of work with a lot of designers, a lot of artists. It's an exciting time, I think.
It's one thing to have a dream for years. It's like over 13 years having a dream, and having it in my hand, it's still, I wake up every day really thanking God that it's happened, and I'm also very proud of myself for being persistent and not giving up on the dream. And I just hope that, you know, everyone who has a dream, just keep at it. Just don't give up. I'm living proof. They're living proof of it.
You stand a chance of winning one of Mala's signature dolls. Details on topbilling.com.
And now, for literally the biggest news in food and fashion, the incredible new Woolworths flagship store at the Mall of Africa in Midrand. Bonang, Lorna and a host of celebrities were there for the opening of this revolution in retail and sustainability.
It's SA's biggest single-phase mall, anchored by this new store that embodies what the brand stands for. At the launch party, we met the design minds pioneering this new benchmark in shopping, Errol Solomon and Nick Kritikos.
What went into creating this beautiful world-class retail space?
We really went into a lot of research around the world to see what the current trends are. We've brought a lot of digital experiences into the store. We've also edited our Woolies brands into shop-within-shop experiences.
Absolutely world-class. Probably a difficult question I'm about to ask you. Do you have a favorite part of the store?
I actually definitely have to say this atrium that we're standing into at the moment. And the reason being is that we spent a lot of time actually getting the architecture of the space right. Using this atrium space here, which is really engaging with our customers, using digital to kind of really create this amazing theatre, to really get a sense of this action. So really what this is about is the customers coming to be entertained.
Brand values like sustainability are built into this living juice bar. Produce used to run it is grown inside the window, and the pulp is repurposed. Trends expert DEON Chang.
Now, DEON, what would you say is the trend in terms of sustainability and retail?
Well, I think uppermost in people's minds, especially consumers' minds, is how a brand or a retailer mirrors their value system. So if you think about it, social media platforms spawned 2005, Great Recession hit 2008, it suddenly converged to create this eco-warrior, tech-savvy customer.
Shemaine, tell me how Woolworths has implemented sustainability across all their stores.
Benang, sustainability and the good business journey really lie at the very heart of the Woolies brand and everything we do. We're constantly looking to find new ways of doing things that are kinder to the planet. So, for example, we've got natural gas refrigeration. We also take the heat that's actually emitted from the refrigeration and we pump it back into the store. We've got energy efficient lighting, we've got water reduction technology, and we also recycle all the waste from the store. And I think all of these things just go some way just to help ease the load on the planet.
To highlight sustainable cooking and less waste, cutting-edge chef Ash Higa of the new restaurant Ash created a trash-to-table menu.
Ash, everything looks absolutely delicious. Tell me about the menu you created this evening.
So we have 2 canapes that we're sending out to sort of the guests within Woolworths. The first canapé we have is a beetroot tartare. It's a play on a beef tartare, but it's totally vegetarian. This dish is lamb. We took lamb shoulder and we put it straight onto the charcoal, roasted it, cooked it for 12 hours, really slow, pulled it apart, and then we made a kimchi of leftover vegetables and a little bit of sesame seed and cashews on top, and that's it. Yeah.
Don't you think the store has really changed the game when it comes to just a shopping experience, just in general?
Yeah, I mean, this really is a big shopping emporium. Everything is fantastic. The food, as always, at the W Cafe is always great. What better place to be, really? I love what Woolies has done with their entire brand, and it's looking really slick.
I mean, Woolies has really become your one-stop shop. I mean, you're getting top quality food, you're getting incredible homeware, you're getting incredible fashion. It's amazing.
Nani, I have to know about this incredible fashion floor.
Well, we're very excited about our fashion floor. For the first time, we have a dedicated shoe department. So that's something for the ladies to look forward to. Our premium brands are here, Country Road, Trenery, Mimco. They all have stores inside the store. And it's absolutely fantastic. We've got some of the best stylists in the country out tonight to give personal shopping advice to some of our customers. So it really is a fantastic evening.
In store to guide customers through new collections was former fashion editor and now stylist Palesa Matlaba.
What are we wearing this winter? What are the trends, girl?
Well, this winter, for me, because I'm here with on the modern side, it's very mod, it's very chic, it's very 60s as well, the nice 60s revival as well. Like if you look at this dress here, it's a beautiful lace dress that in winter you could pair with a beautiful leather jacket, play with like thigh-high boots and little ankle boots as well. I'm loving that.
What are the stylish men wearing this season?
I think men this season, it's all about going back to the classics. You know what I'm saying? Men are taking charge of the style. It's all about finding real quality pieces that can last you for many seasons to come.
These tote bags are a collaboration with designers AKJP Collective, Richard Mnisi and Pichulik. Guests shared their favorite bags online to stand a chance of winning one of the bespoke designs. For every entry, the Woolworths Trust donated 10 Rand to the clothing bank.
So what inspired the design?
What excited me was that a tote is considered something kind of irrelevant, and so I used that as a departure point, and then I used my material, which is always rope, and then I took the interior and exterior of rope and I sewed it together, so using ordinary materials and then elevating it through design and craft and touch. What can customers expect?
Woolworths with a difference, something that has never been seen before. This is the first Woolworths of its kind. The fixtures that have gone into this store, the effort that has gone into the store design has never been seen before. So basically it's going to be a new experience for customers, and what they're going to be seeing here, they're not going to find in any other Woolworths store.
So all I need to have a good time is some champagne, some fashion, and some awesome fashion bloggers. Did you enjoy it?
I had so much fun. I think I ate way too much. It was definitely a sensory overload, but this has completely changed the game of shopping. You can do everything under one roof. Food, clothes, perfume. It's just an overload, essentially.
The list goes on and on and on. So the Woolworths of the Mall of Africa is world class, absolutely. So Lorna, I think it's time for us to party.
And a glass of champagne.
Glass of champagne, love it.
Just ahead, Kelly Khumalo has a new single and new fans abroad. But this little audience of two is still her favorite crowd.
For all the recognition that singer-songwriter Kelly Khumalo enjoys as an artist, her proudest achievements have got to be her 6-year-old son Christian and her 2-year-old daughter Thingo. To Kelly, it's Mother's Day. Every morning she wakes up to her 2 delightful children.
After her latest gospel single, My Testimony, Kelly's working on a new album and preparing for a trip to the UK. A 2013 winner of Best Female Artist at the Summers, she's aiming to make good on the interest that foreign markets are showing.
Kelly, it's been 12 years. It's been a remarkable journey to have lasted this long in this crazy industry.
It's been amazing. I mean, for me to still be in the industry after 12 years, it's an achievement on its own, because in this industry it's very hard to sustain and it's very hard to keep yourself relevant. So I don't know how I've done it, but whatever it is that I'm doing, it seems to be working.
You're about to hit the international stage now. You're going to London. Tell us a bit more about that journey.
It's very exciting. We're performing on the 25th of June in Birmingham, and for me it's such a blessing, because you never think there's people who know your music abroad, especially British people. You're thinking, who knows the Zulu songs sang by a Zulu woman? So for me, preparations are going well, as you can see, and it's just so sad that I can't take my entire team there, but nevertheless I'm grateful for the opportunity.
We got to talk about your tattoos, because that's a massive part of your journey. Just like me, you know, every time something special happens, I add something, whether it's heartbreak, whether it's happiness. So tell us about all those.
For me, tattoos are very therapeutic. I mean, through everything that I've been through, I try and get a tattoo for it. I've been down at some point, so I decided, hey, let me get wings.
Yeah, I always wanted to get those.
And fly back up again.
Yeah.
And I've been in love at some point, hence the heart. And then I have a butterfly, and I have stars, and I'd rather not talk about that.
It was actually one of your songs, Rise, that, you know, inspired me to get my next one, which is a phoenix and rising from the ashes and, you know, getting out of that dark place. You know, we've both lost someone very close to us recently.
Yeah.
You know, Simba for myself and Senzo for you. What has that process of healing been like for you? And you know, do you ever get over it?
I don't think one will ever forget. It's something that stays with you forever, but you just learn to live with it. I guess for me, I'll never recover from that. I mean, losing someone so dear and so close and someone that I really adored will take it will actually take a lot for me to forget or to even move on. It's very hard moving on. I guess some days are better than the others, but hey, it's tough.
I mean, that's what I tell people, you don't get over it.
You never.
After the loss of Senzo Mayiwe, Kelly received another blow, learning that the true identity of her father had been concealed from her. She's resolved that her children will enjoy a happier childhood.
Kelly, forget Kim and Kanye's kids. These are the two cutest and most fashionable children I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you. Well, they're such energetic kids, as you can see. This one, she keeps me on my toes like 24/7. Her name is Thingo.
Thingo.
And that one over there is Christian.
Christian,
The older brother.
Yeah.
I call him Mr. Cool.
He's totally Mr. Cool.
He loves all the cool stuff. The other day, he actually told me he has a girlfriend. Yeah. And when he got home, he was like, Mom, I don't only have one, I have two.
Two?
Yes. And I was like, boy, you're not supposed to have two.
Kelly, we've seen you on TV and at the Summers, and we know your beautiful voice and your acting and how gorgeous you are and on magazine covers, but we don't really know Kelly the mom, and that's the one that we really love. Tell us about her.
More than anything, I really love my kids. And I enjoy spending time with them. I mean, whenever I'm not working, so I try and spend time with them as much as possible.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job. So have you got any tips for all the single moms out there that are doing it on their own and, you know, all those powerful women that are representing?
I don't think I have tips. I think as far as kids are concerned, just be there as a mother, love them as much as you can, teach them to be disciplined as much as possible. So I don't really have tips. You can just let them be and just protect them and love them and nurture them to be the best people that they can be.
Kelly, I've got a surprise for you. I'm going to reward you for being such a beautiful mother.
Really?
I'm going to give you a little bit of a chill time, some time off, so should we go check it out?
I love surprises.
Yeah, let's go.
From Kelly winning a gospel talent search to her first album to her firstborn, her sister Zandile has been with her all the way.
There we go, Kelly. Mother's Day picnic and the cool aunt as a cherry on top. Auntie, how are you?
And you! Of course, darling. Wow!
The cool auntie that loves the kids, and you must be very proud of Kelly.
I'm a very, very proud sister. I mean, I've been watching my sister throughout her entire life. As she started from church, she's always been an entertainer. She always wanted to be in the forefront singing. I remember the song she sang at some point, in the front. She never wanted to do the who's and ha's, as she says it now. She says, no, I never stand at the back. I never do the who's and ha's. I'm like, oh my goodness. She's always been blossoming, and I pray to God that she continues that way.
Christian, how cool is your mom?
Cooler.
Cool.
This one is cool. This one is cool.
All of them are cool.
Let's go play, guys.
Yeah,
Come.
you guys go play.
I want my auntie.
Oh, come join
Okay,
you
be
just now.
careful, you're a big boy. Tingo, come.
Kelly, you really are blessed to have such wonderful children. How do you balance motherhood and your career?
It's not easy, but I'm thankful that I have a mother, their grandmother that's always there, and my sister's there to help. So whenever we are away on shows, on tours and whatnot, my mother's always there to take care of them. So I love what I do. I love being on stage. I love being on TV, acting and doing all sorts of things that entertainers do. So I don't think I would want to be a stay-home mom. I'd go crazy. And for me, it's all about finding balance, really, more than anything.
You are a perfect example of how misconceived people can be because of the media. I had this idea of you before I met you because of how the media paints you, but it was completely different when you actually see you in person. How do you deal with all that negative attention?
I'd rather have them thinking they know me when they don't. In that way, I get to keep me to myself, the real me to myself, and also to the people who are close enough to know me for who I really am. So I'm never really bothered by what people think of me or whatever opinions they have of me. That doesn't bother me. I mean, at the end of the day, I know who I am and I'm happy with the person that I am.
Given the craziness of this industry, how do you find time for love?
For now, I just don't think I have time for love. And I'm trying to chase my dreams. And I have kids that I need to take care of. So it would be unfair for me to want to be in love right now because I'll be that forever not available girlfriend or wife wife. I don't think I want to be. But seriously, for me right now, I don't have time.
What's next for Kelly Khumalo? I mean, you've achieved so much already.
Right now, I want to be a global star. I don't just want to be a South African star. I want to tap into the African continent and the world at large. So for me, it's just really growing as a musician and just growing my market as well. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Kelly, happy Mother's Day.
That's very sweet of you.
Enjoy your picnic, and as a present to you, you can chill. And I'm going to go and babysit your kids for that.
Okay, cool. Okay? Thank you.
Cool. Enjoy.
Her daughter Thingo needs no second invitation to enjoy. Her dancing and catwalk strut are already a sensation on social media. And as for her brother Christian, he's a study in cool.
Next, how actress Emilia Clarke got in shape and stayed there with James Dygan. Plus, tonight's cash prize must be won.
If you want to achieve your ultimate shape, instead of dieting your way to good health, you might want to listen to James Dygan. He's trained some of the world's most beautiful bodies, from Emilia Clarke to Al McPherson, with his clean, lean philosophy of bodyism. James is our guest this week to demonstrate in person.
James was in South Africa on a book signing tour for his new release, Clean and Lean for Life, the cookbook. His message is, if you want to eat well, you need to learn to cook well. Hollywood stars Hugh Grant and Elle Macpherson and Dutch supermodel Lara Stone are amongst outspoken fans of his work as a personal trainer.
James, eating clean and lean has taken the world by storm, but a lot of celebrities, Hollywood celebrities in fact, are believing in bodyism.
Yeah, we've been very lucky to work with some incredible people over the years, and they really help us amplify the message and reach a lot more people. And they're great to work with. You know, we work with Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones. She did a Instagram post, and within about 3 hours, we'd sold 20,000 books.
I can imagine that it didn't just happen for you. It must have taken blood, sweat, tears, a big process to where you are today.
Look, when I was 20, I decided to leave my small hometown and come to London. And I landed with $50, and within about a week, I was homeless, sleeping on night buses and getting my food out of the bins from Starbucks. That was a very powerful experience, and now that I look back on it, I'm very grateful because it's made sure that I've remained humble and grateful for everything that's ever come my way. That's what really strengthened me in my purpose for creating a nice life for myself.
James believes that our bodies want to be lean, light, strong, and energized.
Bodyism caters to the needs of everyone. If I want to get my fitness up as well as my strength and be healthy, what exactly do I need to do?
They all go hand in hand. We look at health in terms of 4 pillars. There's sleep, movement, mindset, and nutrition. It's really important to get all 4 of those right. Okay, so let's keep your feet on the floor, toes in the air like you just don't care, and then lift your butt up at the top and squeeze it at the top. So what we're doing here is we're switching your glutes on, switching your butt. With a strong butt, you'll have generally a safe back. Now you're going to put one leg in the air, like you just don't care, and then lift up again.
Very effective.
Yes, very effective. Again, you don't have to be lifting crazy weights. You don't have to be running around until you're throwing up or crying. You know, this is the thing. It's not about working hard, it's about working smart. Okay, great. Let's get on your hands and knees. I'm going to go for super persons. So this is a great way of engaging your arms, legs, and core. okay? So you're gonna go wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. You're gonna go up and out, opposite sides. Good, and then alternate.
This is really effective.
It's brilliantly effective, great core activator, great for a flat tummy, also amazing for your posture. And if you really want to change the way you look and feel, improving your posture is the quickest and most powerful way you can do that. It can take 5 or 10 pounds off how you look just by standing straight. One thing that we stand really committed to is changing people's lives, no matter who they are, no matter where they are. You know, living this way manifests itself wonderfully, and beautiful is more about how you feel, not just how you look.
Next, the taste test.
You know when James brings you out and he takes you for lunch, that the food quality's got to be high and the calories low?
Well, I will say this, we're not going to count calories, right?
Exactly, we're not about counting calories, all about high protein, low carbs, good fats, and delicious, obviously.
It's a top-billing James Digan Grove Green takeover.
We're going to make something very special today. We're going to make a clean and lean quinoa tabbouleh. Highly nutritious, delicious, which is what we try to remind people all over the world every day, that healthy is delicious. Okay, so there's nothing healthy about having a steamed chicken breast and a bowl of dust, because it's unsustainable and there's no fun in it. We've got some fresh cucumber, some tomatoes, coriander, parsley, mint, red onion. All of these things have great health benefits as well. And whenever you're putting something like this together, look for the maximum amount of benefit that you can get in your food.
Now, preparation is key, and I know you're a very busy man. How do you find time to eat well as stay in shape?
Look, it's all about getting into good habits and also making a commitment to your health. And to be honest, once you get good at this stuff, it's easy. A lot of people don't know they're sick because they've never been healthy. Okay, they think it's normal to wake up feeling exhausted, tired, bloated, gassy. It's not, it's just common, and it doesn't have to be that way. The key to success is keeping it simple and committing to your health, because you deserve it.
Well, I love the way you think, man. Healthy mind, healthy body.
Yes, absolutely.
Speaking about healthy, this salad looks amazing.
Thank you very much.
James's recipes focus on detoxifying your diet and eating your way healthy.
So this is the cup of life, or what goes into it at least. Give me the lowdown.
So this is the cup of life. This comes with James's new cookbook. It's absolutely amazing. We've got our oats and our chia seeds. Chia seeds are high in protein. We've got our berries, mixed berries, amazing for antioxidants. And then we've got our baby spinach, which is amazing for the alkaline. Bananas obviously make the smoothies creamy, filling. One banana is going to keep you full for a couple of hours, so you know that's another reason I love to add bananas to my smoothies. We got our almond milk because we're trying to stay away from dairy, and that's pretty much the gist of it.
You look like you live this kind of lifestyle.
I do live this lifestyle. I've been a chef for a very long time. I've been in a lot of nonsense all my life, and when I decided to change my eating plan and what food I put in my body, it did make a difference to my weight loss, to my energy, and just to the life of being fit and healthy.
Varied and budget conscious, these recipes are a healthy eating guide from breakfast through lunch and dinner.
After today, I get a real sense of what it takes to live the bodyism lifestyle.
Hopefully you've really seen how easy it is. That's the beauty of it. That's why it's been so successful globally, is because it is so simple and easy and enjoyable. That's the key to success in anything.
Eating out? James even offers bad, better and best choices across cooking styles. That's a smart cookbook.
Well, that's our show for tonight. Once again, you've been an incredible audience. We love all your posts and tweets throughout the show, so please keep them coming. And we'll see you again next Thursday. Until then, have a lekker weekend, good night, and God bless.
But the best of the good life doesn't stop here. To stand a chance of winning a 2,000 Rand cash prize to move your dreams forward, tell us which instant messaging platform provides Standard Bank customers with 24/7 banking. Is it 1, WeChat, or 2, WeTalk? To enter, SMS the keyword forward, followed by your answer 1 for WeChat or 2 for WeTalk, plus your name to 33727. That's 33727. SMS is charged at 1 Rand. T's and C's apply and can be found at topbilling.com. Standard Bank, moving you forward.